Hello, welcome or welcome back. Poems Not Pills is my theme. I read that NHS doctors write 80 million prescriptions a year for depression. Poems can help. So I'm going to do a series of short videos, mostly me reading famous poems, other people's poems, sometimes just pinching bits of them which are relevant, and then inserting some of my own. So let us start with a bit of Wordsworth. What is this life is full of care? We take no time to stand and stare, no time to pause beneath the trees, listening to the happy bees. The city now doth like a garment wear, the beauty of the morning. Come, let us share. Now, a note. I cannot control the advertisements. I'm very sorry, but Google do that for us. So if you see an advertisement and it isn't relevant, it is not my fault. Beg your pardon. Right. Now, we start very down to earth, and it's about seeds, putting in of seeds, because I'm hoping to put some seeds into your minds, okay? It's by Robert Frost. You come to fetch me from my work tonight, when supper's on the table, and we'll see if I can leave off burying the white soft petals fallen from the apple tree. Soft petals, yes, but not barren quite. Mingled with these, smooth bean and wrinkled pea, and go along with you ere you lose sight of what you came for, and become like me, slave to a springtime passion for the earth. How love burns through the putting in of seed, on through the watching of that early birth, when just as the soil tarnishes with weed, the sturdy seedlings with arched body come shouldering its way and shedding the earth crumbs. Now, that's Robert Frost, very down to earth. We're now going to go right up in the sky, because this is a poem by Gerard Manley Hopkins called The Windhover, which is another word for the kestrel in English. He's noted for his language. I caught this morning morning's minion, kingdom of daylight's dauphin, dappled dawn-drawn falcon in his riding of the rolling level underneath him, steady air, and striding high there, how he rung upon the rein of a wimpling wing. In his ecstasy, then off forth on swing as a skate's heel sweeps smooth on a bow bend. The hurl and gliding rebuffed the big wind. My heart in hiding stirred for the bird, the achiever, the mastery of the thing. Brute, beauty, valour, act, air, pride, plume, here buckle, and the fire that breaks from thee then a billion times more lovely and more dangerous, O my chevalier. No wonder of it, plough down makes plough down Scythian. Shine and blue-black embers are, my dear, fall, gall, dash gold vermilion. Now that's Hopkins, who got a bit carried away. Now, a bit more down to earth is a different type of bird. It's actually about slavery. Maya Angelou has written it, but it's about a cage bird. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down in his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped, his feet are tied, he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill. Now, as you might have gathered by now, my intent is to free any of you who are locked up in misery, depression, that the world is full of wonders. so I make no excuse for being cheerful. Right, what else? What have we got coming next? This is another sort of flight. This is a pilot flying airplanes at the time of the 39-49 war. His name was John McGee, and he died in an air crash, which is very sad, but this is his poem. Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth, and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds, and done 100 things you have not dreamed of, wheeled and soared and swung, high in the sunlit silence, hovering there. I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air, up the long, delirious, burning blue. I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor ever eagle flew. And while with silent lifting mind I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, I've put out my hand and touched the face of God. Sad that he died. Now very much down to earth. Nettles. Nettles just grow, cover up my rusty barrow, my garden hoe. A sudden shower, and my showy flowers droop. But sturdy nettles dance, leaves syncopate. They also make delicious soup. Now, I want to talk to you briefly about haiku. You may already know, but I'm going to be boring about it. They were originally a Japanese idea. They don't rhyme. There were just 3 lines, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. So let's turn the last poem into a 5-7-5 haiku, keeping out the essentials. Rain saddens flowers. Wet nettles eagerly dance. My wellies join in. Here's more haiku. Strewn with pearls, not dew, my garden grass has patterns. Night visiting fox. In both of these, the last line is a deliberate surprise. This next shares the dance idea. Kestrel's joyous dance, he rises above the world's woes. Come, pick off our shoes. Now this is a personal poem, and what it's about will become evident as I read it. It's called New Dog. Replacing an old dog now dead, much missed, I sifted photos day after day after day. So many, so sad. All had some merit. Some keen, some quiet, some suitable for families, for sofas. A few even kindly to cats. But the old act was hard to follow. A hairy bulldozer crashing through thickets, mud, scattering postmen ever ravenous. Difficult. So my search sifted out the supine, the soppy. Nothing docile would do. Then one photo caught my eye. Another poised pretty dog? Perhaps. Something definitely defiant in his eye. I rang. He was recently returned, rescued, resentful, eager to bark and bite. Muzzled and fierce, no cat cosy he. We met in a cage. I sat low, talk dog, talk quiet. He came, sniffed, unfazed, fetched more. Not once, not never did he seek to savage me. It takes time and talk, soft talk, dog talk. Today, in teeming rain, off-lead, rough grass, he runs and rolls. Terrier tough, he's ours. Now, this is a poem I want you to think about. It's one of mine. It's called Adverts, a poor poem with a purpose. Poetry is my purpose, not philosophy, not sly politics, but was now ponder power. Once kings or clerics steered our shoulds, pushed us to oughts, but now who controls our thoughts? Is it, I am what I buy, I am what I drive? Is that the sole purpose of our being alive? There's an alternative way of looking at the world, a fellow called Thomas Traherne. How bright are all things here, all things here. When first I did upon this earth, I did appear, the skies in their magnificence, the lively, lovely air. Oh, how divine, how soft, how sweet, how fair. I felt a vigour in my bones that was all life, all flow. Like bubbling stream, like wine. I nothing in the world did know, but 'twas sublime. Now, what follows now is something I've been asked to do, and it's actually an extract from my own life, because I have led a very unusual life, exotic life in many ways. We think I was born in Lebanon. So here we go. My early years. My memory of my earliest years in Palestine is in my body. I could weep when smelling even supermarket oranges. I shiver if I hear the echoing Muslim call to prayer, the Allahu Akbar, ringing across even English towns these days. I shiver when I hear that, because it was inbred into me. Dates are my favourite food. I have actually more mind and image memories of 1940s London, hearing the nightly wail of air raid sirens, no Levantine sun, we had blackout and paraffin lamps. Crouching in our back garden dugout, Anderson shelter, I was allowed to wind the gramophone, but not to touch the few 12-inch records, nor sharpen the needle. Our scratchy records were played repeatedly to block out, or at least dull, the thud of bombs, the bark of anti-aircraft guns. Remember, I'm 4. Okay. The shock whimpering of our beloved and bewildered dog. After the all-clear siren, we emerged to see and smell London burning. We grew veg on top of the shelter. All food was rationed. And in those days, even 4-year-olds had jobs and duties, jobs to do. Perhaps that's where my lifelong passion for growing things has come. Then, unforgettably, one night the whole earth shifted. Even underground the blast hit us. That morning's all clear revealed half a house left standing, and toys scattered around the brick-strewn, smouldering garden. Well, that's it for this episode, folks. There's more to come.